Rabayim. That's Reuben. That's Reuben, right? Is that Reuben? Nah, it's not Reuben. Rabayim. Rabium. See, you ready?
I'm trying.
Wama'ah Shana, verse 29. Korabwa Yamya Yashala Lamawaf Wayakwara Labanyawa Layawas La Yawasa Wayamar Lawa Na'a Matazatya Khan Ba'ayanya Yak Shayam Na'a Yadak Bakaf Yarakya Yarakya. I think that's Yarakya. Wa'aish Yaf. Yeah, it's like it. Wa'aish Yaf. Wa'aish Yaf. Imadia. Chasad. Wa'amab. Al Na'a. Dakwa Barniya. Dakwa Barniya. Notice Dakwa Barak. Nah. Dakwa Barnya. Yeah. But Matazarium. Verse 30. Washa Kabathya. Ain. Abayathya. Wana Sha'afniya. Mamatazarium. Matazarium. Wakwab Rathniya. Bakwarathum. Bakwabarathum. Wayamar Anakya. Aisha. Katabarak. Verse 31. Wayamar Hashabai Laya Wayashabai Lawa Wayashafkawa Yasha'ala Al Ra'ash Hamata.
This is Genesis 47 and verse 25 in English. And they said, Thou hast saved our lives. Let us find grace in the sight of the Most High, and we will be Pharaoh's servant. Verse 26. And Joseph made it a law over the land of Egypt unto this day, that Pharaoh should have the fifth part, except the land of the priest only, which became not Pharaoh's. Verse 7. And Israel dwelled in the land of Egypt, in the country of Goshen, and they had possessions therein, and grew and multiplied exceedingly.
You see what happens to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians when we follow the Most High God?
Right.
Even in captivity, Joseph, made a way for his people. He didn't, we was under the rulership of the Egyptians, but he still set us apart to where we could, have our high holy days, to where we can eat the foods that we're supposed to eat, where we can conduct ourselves the way that the Most High God intended us to be.
Right.
Here in America, our culture is lost because of black sellouts. Joseph wasn't a black sellout like T.D. Jakes. He wasn't a black sellout like Martin Luther King. He wasn't the type of brother who was going to sell out his people and go follow Pharaoh. He understood he had duties up under Pharaoh that he had to complete. Right. Because we're living in the land of Egypt, just like we're living in America today. But the difference between Joseph and cats like MLK is he never sold himself or his people out to Pharaoh or the Egyptians. We wasn't trying to be like the Egyptians at this time.
Right.
Eventually what happened? The Egyptians seen how much the Most High God was giving us and allowed us to grow because of our conduct or because we were listening. What happened? The Egyptians started to get jealous.
Right.
Once Pharaoh was gone there, it's like, hold on.
Get them out of here.
These cats in here are growing exceedingly. Right. They about to be greater than we are.
Put them to work.
You understand? So they had to conspire and come up with ways to make us leave our culture. That's the point. We should never leave our culture. We should always celebrate our high holy days. We should never eat shrimp, pork, and crab and lobster. Brothers should never put away their wives and try to act like the Egyptians or try to act like the Americans. That's the point. If you have good leaders like Commander General Hanna, the nation will grow, and we will grow right here in America. We'll start building the kingdom right here, right now.
Right.
You understand? That's all I wanted.
Verse 28. Genesis chapter 47, verse 28. And Jacob lived in the land of Egypt 17 years. So the whole age of Jacob was 147 years. Verse 29. And the time drew nigh that Israel must die. And he called his son Joseph and said unto him, If now I have found grace in thy sight, put, I pray thee, thy hand under my thigh, and deal kindly and truly with me. Bury me not, I pray thee, in Egypt. Verse 30. But I will lie with my fathers, and thou shalt carry me out of Egypt, and bury me in their burying place. And he said, I will do as thou hast asked. As thou hast said. Verse 31. And he said, Swear unto me. And he swore unto him. And Israel bowed himself upon the bed's head. That's it, sir.
All right. Going back to the Hebrew, Genesis chapter 48, verse 1. Wayahaya, Acharya, Hadabarium, Hala, Wayamar, Yawasa, Hana, Abiyak, Chala, Wayakwak, Af, Shanya, Banayawa, Aimawa, Af, Manasha, Wa'af, Aparium, verse 2. Wayagad, La Yaikwab, Wayamar, Hana, Banak, Yabasa, Ba'a, Aoyak, Wayatha Kazak, so like Wayatha Kazak, Yasha'ala, Wayashab, Al, Hamata, verse 3. Wayamar, Yaikwab, Al, Yabasa, Al, Shadia, Nara'ah, Al-Ya, Balawaz, or is it Balawaz, Barataza, Kanain, Wayabarak, Athiyah, verse 4. Wayamar, Al-Ya, Hananya, Maparak, Waharab Yatak, Wanathathyak, Lakwahal, Imayam, Wanathathya, Harataza, Hazah, Lazar, Iraq, Akariak, Akazak, Iwalom, verse 5. Wa'aitha, Shanya, Banayak, Hanawaladium, Lot, Barataza, Matazarium, Baya, Aoyak, Batazarium, Laya, Hum, Aparium, Wamanasha, Karaawa, Karawaba. How you say Reuben? I can't never say Reuben. Ra'abawan. There you go. Ra'abawan. Washama'aiwan. No. Shemayawan. That's Simeon. Shemayawan. Right? Shemayawan. Yahayawa. Laya. Verse 6. Wamawalad, the dak, Wamawaladadak. Wamaladak. Wamawaldadak. Ashar. Hawaladah. Wahaladah. Akaryahum. Lak. Yahayawa. Al. Sham. Akayahum. Yakwarawa. Bamakalathum. Verse 7. Wa'anya. Babaya. Mapadan. Mata. Alya. Rakal. Baratazah. Kanain. Badarak. Ba'aiwad. Kabarath. Aratazah. Laba'a. Aparatha. Wa'akwabara. Sham. Badarak. Aparat. Hayawa. Bayat. Laham.
Genesis chapter 48, verse 1 in the English. And it came to pass after these things that one told Joseph, behold, thy father is sick. And he took with him his two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. Verse 2. And one told Jacob and said, behold, thy son Joseph cometh unto thee. And Israel strengthened himself and sat upon the bed. Verse 3. And Jacob said unto Joseph, Most High Almighty appeared unto me at Luz in the land of Canaan, and blessed me. Verse 4. And said unto me, behold, I will make thee fruitful and multiply thee, and I will make of thee a multitude of people, and will give this land to thy seed after thee for an everlasting possession. Verse 5. And now thy two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, which were born unto thee in the land of Egypt before I came unto thee into Egypt, are mine, as Reuben and Simeon, they shall be mine. Verse 6. And thy issue, which thou begettest after them, shall be shall be thine, and shall be called after the name of their brethren in their inheritance. Verse 7. And as for me, when I came from Padan, Rachel died by me in the land of Canaan in the way, when yet there was but a little way to come unto Ephrath. And I buried her there in the way of Ephrath, the same as Bethlehem. So the same is Bethlehem.
All right. Genesis chapter 48, verse 8 in the Hebrew. Wayara'ah Yasha'ala. Banya Yawasap. Wayamar Manya Allah. Verse 9. Wayamar Yawasap Al Abiyawa Banya Hum Ashar Nathan Laya Al Yahum Bazah Waya Amar Korkam Na'a Al Ya Abarakam. Verse 10. Wa Yanya Yasha'ala Kabadwa Mazakwan La'a Yawakal Larawath Wayagash Atham Al Yawa Wayashak Lahom Wayakabak Lahom. Verse 11. Wayamar Yasha'ala Al Yawasa Ra'ah Panayak La'a Palalathya Wahana Hara'ah Ya Hara, Athya, Al Yahum, Gum, Zaraik. Verse 12. Wayawataza, Yabasab, Atham, Mime, Barakyawa, Wayashakawa, Payawa, Arataza. Verse 13. Where am I stopping on this? 14. Okay. Wayakwak, Yabasab, Shanyahom, Aparyahum. So like Aparyam, Bayamyanawa. Did I say that right? Bayamyanawa. Mashama'ayim. What'd you say?
No, you said it.
Yasha'ala, Wathan, Manashah, Bashama, Iowa, Mayamya, Mayamiyam, Yasha'ala, Wayagash, Al-Yawa. Oh, I got one more. I got one more. Jumping ahead, Salakia. Wayashalak, Yasha'ala, Yamanawa. Yamo, Salaki, this tongue twister. Yamnawa. Yawashaf, Al, Yarash, Aparium. Yeah, Aparium, Wahawa, Hataza Ayar, Hataza Ayar, Wa'af, Shama'awa. Send me again, ain't Shama'awa, Al, Ra'ash, Mana Shah, Shakal, Af, Yada Yawa, Kaya, Mana Shah, Habakawar.
Genesis chapter 48, verse 8. And Israel beheld Joseph's son and said, Who are these? Verse 9. And Joseph said unto his father, There are my sons, whom God hath given me in this place. And he said, Bring them, I pray thee, unto me, and I will bless them. Verse 10. Now the eyes of Israel were dim for age, so that he could not see. And he brought them near unto him, and he kissed them and embraced them. Verse 11. And Israel said unto Joseph, I had not thought to see thine face, and lo, the Most High hath showed me also thy seed. Verse 12. And Joseph brought them out from between his knees, and he bowed himself with his face to the earth. Verse 13. And Joseph took them both, Ephraim in his right hand toward Israel's left hand, and Manasseh in his left hand toward Israel's right hand, and brought them near unto him. Verse 14. And Israel stretched out his right hand and laid it upon Ephraim's head, who was the younger, and his left hand upon Manasseh's head, guiding his hands wittingly. For Manasseh was the firstborn.
All right. We're going back to the Hebrew. Genesis chapter 48, verse 15. Waya Barak, Af, Yabasap, Waya Amar, Ha Alahayim, Ashar, Hatha Halkawa, Abathya, Lapanyawa, Abaraham, Wayataza Kwak, Ha Alahayim, Harai, Athia, Ma'ai Wadia, Ai, Hayawam Hazak. Verse 16. Hamalak. No, Hamalak. Yeah, it is Hamalak. Yeah, Hamalak. Haga'al. Athiyah. Makal. Rai. Yabarak. Hana'ayrim. Hana'ayrayim. Wayakwara. Baham. Shamya. Washam. Abathya. Abaraham. Wayatazakwak. Wayadagawa. Larab. Bakwarab. Harataza. Verse 17. Waya Ra'ah. Yawasak. Kaya. Yaf. Abayawa. Yad. Yamya Nawa. Al. Ra'ash. Aparium. Wayarai. Ba'ai Yanyawa. Wayatamak. Yad. Abayawa. Lahasayar. Afta. Ma'al. Ra'ash. Aparium. Al. Ra'ash. Manashah. Verse 18. Wayamar Yawasak all Abayawa La'a Khan Abaya Kaya Za Habakar Shayam Yamana Yak Al Ra'ashawa. Verse 19. Waya Aman Abayawa Waya Amar Yada Aithya Banya Yada Aithya Gam Ha Wa'a Ya La'ain Wagam Hawa'a Yagadal Salaki Walam Akiyawa Hakwatan Yagadal Mamanawa Iowa Ya Mala'a Hagawa Yum. Verse 20. Where am I stop? 21.
Come.
All right, the water. Wayabarakum. Bayawam. Hahawa. La Amar. La Mawar. La Amawar. Yeah, La Amawar. Bak. Yabarak. Yasha'ala. La Amar. Yashamak. Alahayim. Ba'aparium. Wakama Nasha, Wayashom, Aparium, Lapanya, Manasha. Verse 21. Wayamar, Yasha'ala, Yabasa, Hana, Anakya, Map, Wahaya, Alahayim, Imakom, Wahashayab, Wahashayab, Apakam, Aratazah, Abathyakum.
Genesis chapter 48, verse 15. And he blessed Joseph and said, the Most High, before whom my fathers Abraham and Isaac did walk, the Most High which fed me all my life long unto this day.
You see, even though Joseph's getting blessings and everything's good, a lot of times what we do as blacks and Hispanics, as soon as something good happens to us, what do? We forget about the Most High.
God.
You understand? Our forefathers never forgot the covenants and the oaths that they made with the Most High God.
Right.
And that's why we're in the position that we're in today. We're not technically in a position to be like considered in the kingdom, but we're in a position as God's chosen people because of these same oaths that our forefathers made with the Most High God back then. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right.
We're the ones that the Most High God loves. We're the ones that are supposed to be separated from the world. And it's showing you right here how when we were in Egypt is no different from America. You understand? Commander General Hanna brings out tons of history on Egypt and how America is built just like Egypt. We were going through the same type of oppression. We had the same type of what you call them benefits and jobs and everything that we was doing back then. But he never forgot the covenant of our people. And that's what the heathen nations conspired against the Israelites to do, this, to make us forget about our heritage and serve them. Make it seem like it's better to go sleep with a Becky or a Susan. What's the brother that just Jonathan what's the brother name that was just running from that white girl down the street? He called the police and he ended up getting in trouble. Majors. Jonathan Majors. Is that the brother's name?
I believe so.
We think brothers like Jonathan Majors think it's better to be in the bed with our oppressor's daughter. Our forefathers would have never allowed their children to be in the bed with the oppressor's daughter.
Right.
Or any other heathen nation. And because of our disobedience, the Most High God allows the evil from the curses to consume us. And the sooner we realize that we have our own culture and we separate from America, the better off we'll be. The better off our children to be. We'll be in a much greater position. We'll come together and fight against our enemies together. But if we're joined to our enemies, we'll continue to just live our life and, wait on the next Trayvon Martin.
Right. Or
Mike Brown. You understand? Or wait for more sisters to come up missing on the reservations. You understand? And, they only want to forget about the so-called Mexicans. They only want to let you over here in the country.
Right.
We'll continue to be scattered, looking at each other with evil eyes and, not coming together as the Bible commands us to, man, because if we don't know the oaths of our forefathers, we did it in Egypt and we can do it here in America.
That's right.
You understand? And that's all. Unless you got something to say you want to add?
Nah, sir, you hit the nail on the head with that.
Okay. You still reading?
Khan.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 16. Verse 16. The angel which redeemed me from all evil, bless the lads, and let my name be named on them, and the name of my fathers Abraham and Isaac, and let them grow into a multitude in the midst of the earth. Verse 17. And when Joseph saw that his father laid his right hand upon the head of Ephraim, it displeased him, and he held up his father's head to remove it from Ephraim's head unto Manasseh's head. Verse 18. And Joseph said unto his father, Not so, my father, for this is the firstborn.
So you seeing Joseph's hold on, Manasseh's the firstborn son.
Right. Because
if you know about Hebrew or Israelite culture, the firstborn son usually gets the inheritance.
Right.
You understand? But it's not so all the time. It's who the Most High God wants to give the blessing to. It doesn't have to be the firstborn.
Right.
But that's our culture because your firstborn is the oldest.
Right.
You understand? So just like, Judah isn't the firstborn, but we have what am I trying to say? We're the tribe who brought the truth back out. You know what I'm saying? Through our King Yahushua. So we're the ones who are, if you want to say the tribe that is, I don't want to say the leader tribe.
Right.
But we're the one that were blessed in that sense to where the truth can come back out. I'll leave it at that. That's just safe to say. But the inheritance and the blessings are supposed to go to the firstborn child. That's why he tripping right here and no, he trying to take Ephraim's hand, his father's hand off Ephraim and put it on Manasseh. He he the firstborn.
Right.
But the Lord said otherwise. You understand? So the Ephraim is the king tribe, or the king, or the, I don't want to say leader, but the king tribe of the northern kingdom. And like Judah is the king tribe of the southern kingdom.
Right.
If that makes sense. Keep going.
Khan. Not so, my father, for this is the firstborn. Put thy right hand upon his head.
And the right hand symbolizes strength. You understand? Keep reading.
Khan. Verse 19. And his father refused and said, I know it, my son. I know it.
He said, I know it, my son. I know what I'm doing.
Right.
You understand? Keep reading.
He also shall become a people, and he also shall be great. but truly his younger brother shall be greater than he.
See, the younger brother is going to be greater than he. You understand? Think about King David. How many older brothers did King David have before they seen that he was the one?
Right.
King David was the one. They
Right.
said this cat was in the forest wrestling and you know, taking care, handling animals that we would run from today.
Right.
And King David was the youngest one. They said he was ready, like, oh, this little pretty boy, he's the one.
Mm-hmm.
He got all these brothers that already been tested and battled in war. But they said no, that's the one.
Right.
You understand? So that's how the Lord works. The Lord sees things that we don't see. He's the Most High God. We can't argue with the Most High God, and He uses men like Commander Juliana to put men in position like we do today.
That's right.
You understand? You got cats like Captain Tazariot out here everywhere who's famous in the earth. You understand? You got cats, you got Officer Malak down here in Kansas City. He puts us in position as the Lord sees because he's a priest and prophet of the Lord.
Right.
You can't do it without men of the Lord. Ooh, you going to have T.D. Jakes put you in position?
Right.
You going to have Creflo Dollar put you in position? We know what kind of positions T.D. Jakes want to put you in.
Good.
And it's not positions of the Most High God.
Good night. Most High Christ for that.
You understand? So it's important that, and forget about Nasty Nate.
Man.
Nasty Nate is going to put all those purple cats in a position, and one day you're going to open up your phone and you're going to have things in your phone from Nasty Nate that you don't even want to see. He's going to put you in real weird and awkward positions because he's not a man of the Most High God.
That's right.
He wasn't handpicked by the Most High God like Commander Juliana was. When everyone dropped their sword, he was still here, trying to build back up the school. Why didn't nobody else build back up the school?
Right.
Because they wasn't handpicked to do it. The Lord seen fit that it was Commander Juliana to push this truth, man.
Right.
Just like the Lord seen that right here, Ephraim is going to be greater than Manasseh. And that is not taking nothing away from Manasseh. It's not taking anything from any of the 12 tribes or anybody that the Lord that's black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. It's just we all have to know our position. And the Lord puts us in the position as he sees fit.
Right.
You understand? Keep going.
Kawakah. He also shall become a people, and he also shall be great. But truly his younger brother shall be greater than he, and his seed shall become a multitude of nations. Verse 20. And he blessed them that day, saying, in thee shall Israel bless, saying, the Most High make thee as Ephraim and as Manasseh. And he set Ephraim before Manasseh. Verse 21. And Israel said unto Joseph, behold, I die, but the Most High shall be with you, and bring you again unto the land of your fathers.
Damn right. All right.
Oh, there's only one more chapter. Verse.
You stop. Nah, you that was it, 21.
No, 22 is one more verse in that chapter.
Oh yeah, there's one more verse in that chapter, Con. All right. Genesis chapter 48, verse 22 in the Hebrew. Wa'anya, Natataya, Lak, Shakam, Akkad, Al, Akkad, Akayak, Ashar, Lakwakafya, Mayad, Ha'amaria, Bakarabia, Wabakwash Theya. Verse 20, Salakia. Genesis chapter 49, verse 1. Wayakwara, Yaikwa, Al, Bana Yawa, Wayashar, Sakwa, Wagayada, Lakam, Ashar, Yakwara, Apakam, Ba'akariath, Hayamyam. Verse 2. Hakwabatazawa, Hakwabatazawa, Washama'ain, Banya, Yaikwab, Washama'ain, Slaki, Washama, Iowa. Washama Iowa. Oh, Yasha'ala. Abba Yakum. Verse 3. How you say it again? Reuben. Ra'awaban. Yeah, Ra'awaban. Bakaria. Ata. Kakaya. Wara'ashyat. Wara'ashyat. Wa'anya. Yeah, Wa'anya. Yathar. Sha'af. Yeah, Sha'af. Wayathar. Eyes. Verse 4. Pakaz. Kamayom. Oh, Thawa. The Wathor. Thawathar. Kaya. Al Yaf. Mashakabya. Abayak. Az. Kalalath. Yatazawa. Aya. Ayla. Verse 5. Shemayawan. Walawaya. Akayahom. Kaya. Kamas. Makarath verse, it's the last verse right here. Verse 6. Basadam. Oh. Taba'a. Napashya. Bakwa Halam. Oh. Vakad. Kabadia. Kaya. Ba'apam. Is it Ba'apama or Ba'apam? I'm going to say Ba'apam. Hargawa. Ayash. Wabaratazanam. Aikwarwa. Shawar.
Okay, give me just a second. Genesis chapter. It's like it. Let me just see my phone acting crazy. Genesis chapter 48, verse 22. Moreover, I have given to thee one portion above thy brethren, which I took out of the hand of the Amorite with my sword and with my bow. Verse 49 and 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Verse 2. Gather yourselves together and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. Verse 3. Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might, and the beginning of my strength, the excellency of dignity and the excellency of power. Verse 4. Unstable as water, thou shalt not excel, because thou wentest up to thy father's bed, then defiled thou it. He went up to my couch. Verse 5. Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in their inhabitations. Verse 6. O my soul, come not thou unto their secret, unto their assembly. Mine honor, be not thou united, for in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they dug down a wall.
So if you pay, if you paying any attention, he's telling them how they're going to come beforehand, how they're going to come into this land, inherit this land, and they're going to have, make great nations, and things are going to happen.
Right.
But because of disobedience, it also shows that this is what's going to happen in the last days. Now, this is going to start going off until how we know who the 12 tribes are because of the characteristics. That I believe there's further down. It's going to be further down. You're going to see if you read further down, which we don't have enough time to break all this down, but this is showing blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who they are. as far as biblically breaking down this Bible. This was the ISUPK has been doing since 1969, studying, and we know exactly who the 12 lost tribes of Israel are. You know, you see the 12 tribe chart, that's it. But it's showing how we were raised up and we were meant to be in rulership. We were meant to be above our oppressor. We wasn't meant to be in the positions that we're in today. But you're hearing transgressions that our forefathers committed against the Most High God. And because of those transgressions, guess what? We are going to have a horrible experience in life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we need to realize. The Bible is a book about us, and we should learn from the mistakes of our forefathers. We shouldn't, commit adultery like King David did.
Right.
You understand? We shouldn't listen to our wife like Adam did. You understand? Our wife is telling us what to do. You understand? We should learn from those mistakes. That's why it's written down, so we can learn. And we shouldn't make the same mistakes our forefathers did, because we'll continue a pattern of lawlessness.
Right.
You understand? Was that it on that up? Thank you, Ray. Did you read verse 6?
Nah, sir, I hadn't read all verse. No, that was
did.
it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we're going back to the Hebrew. Genesis chapter 49, verse 7. A reward, a palm, kaya, eyes, wa'ibaratham, kaya, kwashata, aklaquam, bayaiquab, bayaiquab, wa'apayatazama, bayashala. Verse 8. Yahawada is Judah. Yahawada, Atha, Yawadawad, Wayadawak, Akiyak, Yadak, Ba'airap, Ayabayak, Yashatha Kawawa, Lak, Banya, Abayak. Verse 9. Gawar, Araya, Yahawada, Matarap, Banya, Aoyak, Karai, Rabbi, Karaya, Wakalabia, Maya, Yakwa, Yamnawa. Verse 10. La'a, Yawasar, Shabbat, Mayahawada, Mayahawada. What's that? Wamakakwak, Mabayan, Ragal Yawa, Aid, Kaya, Yaba'a, Shayala, Walawa, Yakwa, Ha, Aymayam. Verse 11. Where am I stopping? 13?
Yeah, count 13.
All right. Asaria, Lagapan, Ayara, Wala Sharak, Banya, Athanawa, Kabas, Bayayan, Labashwa, Wabadam, Ainabium, Sawatha. Yeah, Sawatha. Verse 12. Hakal Yalaya. Salaki. Ainanyum, Mayayan, Walaban, Shanyam, Makalab. Verse 13. All right. Zabalawan, Lakawap, Yam Yam, Yasha, Yam Yam Wan, Yasha Khan, Yahwa, 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 Yaha, Salaya, I'm saying Yah, Wahawa, Lakawap, Anay, Anayanawap, Anayawaf, Waya Rakafwa, Tazayadan.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 7. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel. Verse 8. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Verse 9. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He crouches as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?
As an old lion, meaning he ain't got it in him no more.
Right.
He's supposed to be, Judah's supposed to be this fierce lion. He ain't got it in him no more. And that's, if you look at the so-called black man here in America, you see exactly, we talked about it, you see exactly why we're part of the problem. You understand? You got all these pastors like, what's a good one to use? What's the one that's out there in Philly? They do all that talking on the stage. They create organizations like Black Lives Matter, but they just don't have the strength to fight the oppressor.
Man.
They don't have the strength to fight it. We can do a good march.
Right.
A good talk. It sounds good, but in order to have any power, we have to serve the Lord, and that's what we're lacking.
So like, yeah,
Go ahead.
They not even going on the streets.
Yeah, they're not even going on the
They gonna stay in the safety of them $1 million church buildings they got built. You understand? They're not getting ready to come out. You know what I mean? Like right now is the time where black people needs the most guidance.
That's right.
And the church doors are locked, shut, closed. The parishioners that come in there, they're not getting anything. If you notice now that most of these mega churches, 90% of their population are women. They're there 90%. There are no men in there. You know why? Because the pastors are not there to try to help the men. The men are the foundation of every nation. They're the stronghold. They're the protection. They are the teachers of the nations of people, man.
That's
in
right.
every nation. Why is it that when the one place where we supposed to be getting all this guidance from is more women than there is men? Because for one, we have no place in the church. We have no business because church is nothing but white supremacy.
That's right.
You understand? Like, it's nothing but white supremacy. So for one, brothers need to find a strong avenue to build themselves up, where they won't no longer be put down by the old tropes and the old things that's been said about us. And the only place you're gonna find that is in the Israelite school under Commander Junior Hannah.
That's right.
The Israelite school of UPK is the only place for black men. You understand? But with that being said, that's it for me, sir. I just want to add on to you.
What he said was absolutely true. And with that, I mod him, just us up here.
Oh, Salaki, sir, we done?
Did you finish reading?
Live, sir.
Oh,
we
Salaki.
just got down to.
Oh, Salaki, I'm jumping ahead.
Salaki.
I'm jumping ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Verse 10. We got to go to verse 10.
13.
So I'm at verse 10 now. Genesis chapter 49, verse 10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Sheol come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. Verse 11. Binding his foal unto the vine, and his ass's coat unto the choice vine. He washes his garment in wine, and his clothes in the blood of grapes. Verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine, and his teeth white with milk. Verse 13. Zebulun shall dwell at the at the haven of the sea, and he shall be for an haven of ships, and his border shall be unto Zidon. That's it, sir.
Most High in Christ. Like I said, this is getting into the, how we know each and every attribute, or the, what's the word I'm looking for? The prophecies.
God.
The prophecies that happen to our people, which the people out there in Israel today, the Jewish man, they don't fit none of these prophecies. They don't fit none of these prophecies. All they did was just steal land that wasn't theirs, and they called themselves Jewish.
Right.
And took our identity and took our records and tried to create their own society. Which I might add, it makes me jealous that they can take our book and come together and live separate from everyone else.
Right.
But the minute that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the minute they see the Isupk saying that we want to do the same thing that the Jewish people do over there in our land today, it's a problem. It's an issue. You understand? It's an issue because they don't look at us like human beings. They don't look at us like we're worth anything.
Right.
But the Most High God looks at us like we are the greatest people on earth if we submit to Him and obey Him. But we are the greatest people that walk the earth. No one is better than us. And we have to start conducting ourselves like that. We have to stop trying to be equal to these other nations. I'm tired of everybody wanting equal rights.
Right.
We want better rights for us. And we're going to get it as long as we obey the Most High God, man.
That's right.
We're not equal to these other nations. And I'm not saying it in a disrespectful way. We work around oppressors. We work around heathens. We don't think about going to work and slapping a heathen or degrading a heathen for no reason, because we're better than them. We're a better nation than them. And that's why we should be in charge of running this entire earth, because we're so much of a better people.
That's right.
We have to just see it in ourselves and see it in our culture. And we have to just quit trying to attach everyone to us that isn't us. Let me say that again. We have to stop trying to attach and hold hands to everyone who is not us. You got to let that oppressor go. You got to let that African stuff go. You got to let all this heathen culture go. We have our own culture. And we were scattered because of our disobedience, in which we're about to, maybe next week we'll get into it if we have enough time to break it all down. But if you want to find out who the Israelites are, Captain Katazad did a 12-tribe lecture that was excellent with all the information you're ever going to need to see who the 12 tribes of Israel is, breaking this down.
Right.
You understand? So with that, I admire you. Which means to stand or punt. No, Salaki. Before we go there. Sar?
Oh, Salakia.
No.
La Yashala.
Sar? Everyone else, I Madim, which means to stand, or Panya Akwadam, which means turn and face the east. Sar. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayah. Dash. Hayah. Shukar. Lapuka. Taba'ah. Zad. Hayah. Aisha. Ratzah. Kawah. Hayah. Shemayah. Thundernawa. The Kam. How. The Wam. Wasalaknawa. Laba'ah. Sayawan. Abal. Shayanawa. Right. The Malakwa, the Para, Aman.
In English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it.
The power in the Hebrew, Yahweh. Hashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Hakashah.
Thananaw. Hakah. Salaki, Hatam Allah,
Lagar Sham, Hashem
Yahushua,
the Wad
Aman, in English, Yahweh, but in the name of Yahushua, give us the power,
please.
Salaki, please, give us the power, the power to heal, all men of sickness, all men of disease, the power to cleanse the leper, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, cast them out, in the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it.
Prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew, Yahweh. Hashem
Yahushua.
Rocklanau. Wayashala. Waha. Hayat Sapar. Barak. Magun. Hashem Yahushua. The Wad Aman. What we just said was Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, bless us and the school. Bless us and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones. In the name of Yahushua, thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Ayanya. Ahahari. Mahayan. Yabaha. Azari. Amayan. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemaya. Waharatazah. Al-Yitan. Lamawat. Regal. Al-Yanawam. Shemar. Hana. La'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yeshun. Shamamor. Yasha'ah. Shemar. Tizal. Ayah. Yamamam, Ashamash, La'ah, Wayarah, Yahweh, Shamar, Yashimor, Napash, Yahweh, Tazak, Ma'atah, Aman. In English, I will lift up my eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. From this time forth and even forevermore. So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. All the Miyalakah. All the Karash. All the Shakwat. All Yahana. Awiyabika. Yahamayawam. Mashinai. Nasha'awa. Ash. All Yariyamwa. Sawad. All Tazap Pawani. Mamawa. Lakawa. Lakakira. Magoya. Zakor. Yazakor, Sham Yashai, Kaya, Tazawa, La, Hadwa, Hayika, Barya, Karaf, Ahoya, Mashanai, why is Shemanayim? Why Yashamayim? Salaki. Why Nashamayim?
You saying what now? Why Yashamayim?
Why Ashamanau Salaki? Why Ashamayim?
There you go.
Wahaba.
Bahagorium. Gabal. Imawan. Imallah. Halashah. I'm Yeshab. Tazawar. Yamashua. Nalawa. Imam. Iowa. Zarawat. Salah. Aisha. Laham. Hamadia. Kasayasara. Kayabia. Banakal. For Yashwan.
Nashimaibu.
Ayanda.
Hayawa. Damar. Radama. Shayatama. Kairab. Wayetazaba. Wayetazamana. Aunasay Kamu. Ashar. Amawa. Nayarashad. Lanawa. Lawa. Laayim. Salaki Alahaya, Shayatamu, Gaudala, Wash, Panyuraka, Ash, Lahaba, Wakala, Salaki, Talahat, Haryam, Khan, Daradapma, Sarah, Basarika, Baba Saba Paka, Tabahalom, Panyahom, Wayabakwashu, Shimkai, Howard, Bashwa, Wayakapar, Wayabadi, Kaya, Athad, Shimkai, Howard, Aman. In English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence.
Hold not thy peace.
And hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation. That the name of Israel may be no more remembrance. For they have consulted against one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Boaz, and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabez, and the brook of Kassan, whose perished at Endor. They have become as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a red. And like Zed. Yea. All their princes as Zabah and as Zamunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of the Yahweh's possession. Oh my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth at the wood, and as the flames set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid of thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. Oh Yahweh, let them be confounded, and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame, and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it.
Sar, which means to turn. All right, sisters, Yashabia, which means to be seated. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Ahmadim Shabbat, Ahmadim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Ragathon, Yajamatah, Sar, face the sisters, Ahmadim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Ahmadim Shabbat, Ahmadim, Barak, Yahweh Shamar, Hashem Yahweh Yajamatah, dismiss.